Today we're going to take a look at applications of percents. This is where we're going to apply the standards that we have learned to everyday life situations. So the first thing we're going to look at is commission. Now, if you have parents or a family member who works in sales, then it's possible that they may receive what we call commission. So that means that they receive a percentage of whatever their total sales are. So commission is equal to the total sales times the commission rate. We will also today look at what we call sales tax. So your sales tax, now when your parents go to the store and they purchase something, they pay some extra money. So the sales tax is equal to the total sales times the tax rate. And all of you know that in Montgomery County, in the state of Alabama, our sales tax rate in Montgomery County is 10%. In Montgomery County is our sales tax rate. So this is what we'll be taking a look at today. So we'll start by finding commission first. Finding commission. So let's find the commission. Example 1. If a person had total sales of $18,400 and their commission rate let's say is 8.9%. So what the company will do to get their commission will be equal to the total amount of sales, which is 18,400, and we're going to multiply that times our commission rate, and we're going to write it as a decimal. Remember, to change a percent to a decimal, you take the decimal, shift it 2 places to the left, so the decimal would be 0.089. Now as we use our calculator and we multiply that, this person's commission will be $1,637.60. Now as you use your calculator, you're going to notice that all you see is a 0.6. You don't see the 0. But remember, cents is given in hundreds, so we're dealing with money. So this person's commission off of the total amount of sales, this is how much money this person will receive in addition to whatever their salary is. Example 2. For example 2, let's say our total sales is $2,100, but the commission rate is 4%. So again, to get that person's commission, the company would take the $2,100, which is their total amount of sales, times, we're going to write this percent as a decimal. The decimal for 4% is 0.04. So as you take your calculator and you multiply, that person's commission will be $84. So the commission is going to be added to the total amount, their salary that they get. Some people get what we call a base salary plus that commission. So that was example number 2. I'm sorry about that. That was example 2. The next thing we're going to look at is we're going to find what the total pay is, what the person's total pay. So let's find the total pay. So for example 3, let's say that this person has a weekly salary, that their weekly salary is $350. Okay? their total sales for that week, let's say, is $3,200. And their rate, their commission rate, is 7%. So in order to get that person's total pay, for their total pay, we're going to do the commission plus their salary. So to get the commission, we're going to take the $3,200, multiply it by that commission rate as a decimal, and then we're going to add to it that salary of $350. So if they don't make any sales at all, they're going to get that $350. So their commission is $224, and they're going to add that to their salary of $350. So that means that their income for that week would be a total of $574. These are everyday life situations. We're going to do another problem right quick. So let's say our weekly salary, this will be example 4. Let's say our weekly salary is $2,100. My total sales for the week, $39,500, and my commission rate is 6%. So again, in order to find my total pay for that week, I have to get my commission. So my sales were $39,500. My commission rate is 6%, and the decimal for 6% is 0.06. And I'm going to add my base salary, which is $2,100. So my sales, the percentage of my sales is like getting a bonus every week. So my commission for that total number of sales is $2,370. I'm going to add it to the $2,100. So that person's check for that week would be a total of $4,470. The next thing we're going to take a look at is our sales tax. So let's find our sales tax. To the nearest tenth of 8%. Okay, to the nearest tenth of a cent. So this is example number 5. Let's say I go to the store and my total sales is $49.95. And their tax rate in this particular county, let's say, is 6.5%. So I'm going to pay more than that $49.95. So to get my sales tax, it is equal to the amount of my purchase times the percent, my tax rate, and I'm going to change it to a decimal, which is 0.065. So I'll take the $49.95 times the 0.065. And if you have a calculator, you're going to see, this is what you'll see on your calculator. You'll see 3.42675. But remember, cents is given in hundreds. So I need to find hundreds place. This is hundreds place. That 6 is enough for that to become a 3. So my sales tax on this would be $3.43. That's my tax. Example 6. For example 6, if I have an item that is $1,250 and the sales tax rate is 5%. Again, I'm going to pay more than that $1,250. They're going to take the $1,250, change that to a decimal, and I'm going to multiply, and that gives me my tax. So the tax on this item would be $62.50. Again, if you're using your calculator, you will notice that the only thing that's displayed on the calculator is 62.5, but remember, we're dealing with money, so that should be $62.50. Now we're going to do an example where we've got to find the total amount of pay. I know this lesson is a little lengthy, but let's find the total amount of pay. So number 7, let's find the sales tax and the total cost. So let's say I have my total sales, $399.79. I have a tax rate of 8%. And I want to get my total cost. So to get my total cost, would be the total sales plus my tax. So I'm going to get the tax first. So I'll take $399.79. 8% as a decimal is 0.08. That will give me my tax. My total sale was $399.79. So as I get the tax, I see $31.98. I'm going to add it to that $399.79. So the total cost of this item, including the tax, is $431.77. A couple of more examples, but as I said, this is a lengthy lesson because there's so much as far as the application is concerned. For example 8, suppose you have a yearly salary, your yearly income, that you have yearly income of $39,650. And you have been advised to invest, let's say, $4,500 every year. Now what I'd like to do is, the question is, what percent of income should you invest to the nearest 1/10 of 1%? Okay, so what percent of your income, so we're going to write a statement. So what percent of my income, and my income is 39,000, so what percent of 39,650 What percent of 39,650 is that 4,500? So let's write a proportion. You have been taught how to write a percent proportion. So my percent is unknown to me. So I'm going to put a variable over 100 is equal to, then remember we said it's the percent. Let me go back and refresh your memory. Percent over 100 is equal to the part over the whole. Well, the part in this is 4,500. So 4,500 is my numerator. And my denominator would be the whole. The whole that I'm dealing with is that 39,650. Remember, to solve a proportion, you cross multiply. So when I cross multiply here. And to solve, this is a one-step equation, and you've been taught how to solve a one-step equation. Divide both sides. That cancels. Using our calculator, on the calculator, this is what I see on the calculator. I see 11.349306. It said to the nearest tenth of a percent. This is tenths place, so that means that n is 11.3. So the question was, what percent of income should you invest? I should invest 11.3% of my income. Example 9. On example 9, let's say that you earn 4% commission. And your commission is $115. What we'd like to find is how much is the total sales. That is unknown to us. How much is the total sales? So remember, commission is equal to total sales times your rate. Okay? So let's substitute what's known to us. We know our commission, so in the place of commission, I'll put the 115, right? My total sales is unknown to me, so I'll use a variable. And I'm going to multiply it times my rate, which is 4%, which is 0.04. So what I have here is 115 is equal to 0.04 n. Divide both sides by 0.04. That cancels. So once I do my division, my total sales, n is equal to 2,875. So my total sales was $2,875. There's one more example, and we'll be finished with this lesson. Example 10. Let's say that you earned $31,025. That's how much you earned, okay? You spent $3,612.59 for food. What percent of income was spent for food? To the nearest tenth of a percent. So what we're going to do is write us a quick statement. What percent of the income was spent? So what percent of what I earned is, what percent of that $31,025 is that $33,612.59. So I'm going to write a proportion. That'll be N over 100 is equal to the part. This is the part of that money right there. So there's $3,612.59 over the total, which is the whole. Again, cross multiply. When you multiply by 100, remember, just shift the decimal 2 places to the right. Now divide both sides. This cancels, so we get N is equal to $11.6. So I get 11.6%.